Say something for the podcast. Tell the people what you feel.
I'm just jazzed about being on the show, man.
You are listening to The Objective Jerk, where objectiveness is the objective, and I am said jerk.
Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone is well. It's been a while since I recorded a podcast. Been a little under the weather, and plus my kids and everything. It's like everybody, it's flu season, or as mainstream media would say, the new variant of the coronavirus BS. But I just had like a cold or something, but it knocked me out for like 2 days. I was trying to record a podcast yesterday, but I just couldn't do it. So here we are. So that's all that's been going on. One of my sons, he got dengue fever, which is it's a disease that you get from mosquitoes. Like a certain type of mosquito will give it to you. And it's kind of weird because like you'll get hit by the mosquito, but it's like, it takes like a week to 2 weeks for it to actually, you get fever, headache, vomiting, muscle and joint pains and stuff like that. You can get a skin rash. They didn't get a skin rash, I don't think, but it can become, it can result to death though. It's like low levels of blood platelets and various issues can occur from it. So we had a family member kid who was, he was 9 or something like that. And he had passed away because they took too long. They waited too long before they actually took him to the hospital. He had a fever. They gave him medicine or let him rest like you would, but he should have been brought to the hospital much sooner, and they could have took care of it. So it's a sad situation, but so I mean it's a little disconcerting, with I always start playing with stuff with my kids and stuff. Both two of them have had it for sure. For all I know, I've had it. I kind of think, I'm not a biologist or anything, but I think the fact that my kids are mixed race, it kind of helps them. So like another family friend, her son, he got it and he went to the hospital and his platelet count was like 30 something, which is bad. And my son, when he went in, it was like 300 and something. So, he got sick. He got, he fever and he vomited and stuff like that. But he was given, some medicine, IV, and he recovered in a couple days and stuff. So, it was still, it's a little scary. I'm not going to lie, but I don't know. I had my moments where I was worried. I'll just put it at that, or leave it at that. But he's good. And then I got sick, but mine was like a cold, coughing, like an allergy. But then my body would ache, and then I kind of would get a little bit of like cold and hot, but not severely. So it was kind of weird. I don't know. So I'm just kind of getting over that, really. Today's kind of the first day where I went out and kind of did anything, which, I think that's kind of how it should be. If you're sick, you don't go anywhere, But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me here for the past week, because my son, and then that's all that's been kind of going on. So I just got done. So here in the Philippines, they have all sorts of transportation devices, I guess you could say. They got motorcycles, obviously, and they got their tricycles and stuff. But then they have the tuk-tuks, which are gas-powered, kind of three-wheeled kind of transportation cart things. They're in like the new Indiana Jones movie, which I didn't see, but they play a part in like a chase scene or something. And and then they have like just all kinds of different electric scooters that range from like a little, one-seater tricycle thing up to like a golf cart, like a big golf cart. And my father-in-law and my wife, they actually bought like a tricycle, and it comes with a roof, and it's got a headlight, and it's got windshield wiper, and you got the driver's seat, but it's more like a motorcycle, handlebars, and then you can fit like 2 people in the back roughly, you know. But he didn't really like that, so we got this golf cart thing, and it's pretty cool, man. Like it's got a steering wheel, it's got like a little fan to turn on, it's got a little stereo, it's got a gas pedal and a brake, which I liked, because they have different ones. They have all kinds of different variations, different companies and stuff. And this thing actually goes pretty good. So driving it around and stuff, me and my wife, we're probably going to buy ourselves one, because it's all you really need for around town here, like doing any kind of little errands or dropping the kids off at school or just whatever in town. This is all you need. Unless you're going to go out of town on the highway, or unless it's piss and rain, there's no need for like a vehicle, like a full-on vehicle, you know? Well, I mean, I guess unless like all of us, my whole family go somewhere, then yeah, we need to. But as far as like my wife and the kids or me or whatever, just doing errands and stuff, this thing is perfect. And it goes so much faster than the little tricycle one that we've had for a year. That thing's like slow. It's just, I hate driving anywhere, because you drive on the shoulder and kind of, I don't know. It's crazy because like you can get away with, like in the States, you can't do that. You can't get on the road with something that can't go up to a certain, you know, the speed limit, or, you know what I mean? Like, but here you can do whatever you want. I mean, you could build your own scooter out of a, you know, weed whacker and drive that on the highway, and cops ain't gonna do shit. You know, they don't care. They don't do anything here. I'm not here to talk about the police, but I guess that came up. But yeah, the police, they're all about looking authoritative, but they don't do shit. They really don't. I don't mean to talk shit about anybody that's, I mean, you know, and I don't, you know, I can't speak for like Manila and stuff like that, but I did do a podcast about an interaction I had with a police officer, but then I quit doing the podcast for a while, so I don't know if it's, I think you can access it on Spotify. I think they're still on there. Spotify still has my old episodes. So if you're new to the channel and you would like to experience everything the Objective Jerk has to offer, check out Spotify. But it kind of looks like I have like there's multiple Objective Jerks. I'm trying to figure that out and fix it, but I don't know how. So I was messing with that earlier today. But yeah, so it's see, I'm playing with something again, making noises. I really have. I'm like, I gotta get a fidget spinner or something. But it just kind of seems like the cops are just there to, you know, oh, look at me, I'm a police officer, and then they'll do like some checkpoints, but it's only for mopeds, which, I mean, that's good, you know, making sure people have. But what's stupid is if somebody sees the checkpoint, they just pull over and they sit there and they wait for the checkpoint to get done, and then they just keep driving. And they can see all these people waiting. So it's like, obviously they don't have a driver's license or whatever. It's like they should have somebody go over there and check out, I don't know. Like we used to have, so I used to work security and law enforcement, and we used to have to do checkpoints, and we always had a chase vehicle that was down the road. So if somebody pulled up and did a U-turn, bam, got them. You know, they don't do that here though. And you know, more often than not, that person they just realized that they didn't have their ID and they were turning around to go get it or something, you know. But you know, still, you'd get people that were trying to do the wrong thing. But anyway, but that's kind of it though, man. They just don't really do anything. Like, I'm really not impressed with the law enforcement here. And again, it's, you know, it's not America. It's not the country I grew up in. So it's like, you know, I accept it, but I don't have to like it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not trying to say like, you know, oh, so it needs to be like America and this and that. I mean, yeah, you know, it couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt to be a little more American as far as doing traffic and and maintaining, you know, writing people tickets that need it, and you know, doing, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. They don't. And what are you going to do? You know, I guess bitch about it on a podcast. That's it. There's something on my mic. Excuse me. All right. But yeah, so wow, I just went on like a crazy tangent. What was I talking about? The golf cart. There we go. So this thing, the other one we had, a little tricycle, the orange one, that thing just would go slow. I hated driving it. So like I said, you had to be on the shoulder, and it was just, but this one, this golf cart that we just got, that thing hauls ass, man. And it keeps up like plenty with the speed that you have to in town and everything. So it's pretty cool. I was actually, you know, my wife told me that, you know, they were getting it, like her and her dad. I mean, I went with her to go look at a couple different ones, and this is the one I thought was the best one, and she liked it better too. Like they had another one that had like a crazy, like rectangle steering wheel, and the throttle was like on the steering wheel. So you'd sit there and you could turn, but you could give it some gas and turn it. But to me, I was like, I don't know. But I don't know, that might actually be a better fit for my father-in-law, because he's older. He's in his 80s. He had a stroke some years ago. So he's not quite, his hand-eye coordination is not the greatest, you know. So he was driving this golf cart, and he was a little, you know, he was like, whoa, he like took off, and then so the other one might be better for him, but I don't know, we'll see. But that's kind of what's going on in my life. Not much. Just hang out, be sick. That's kind of it for that. How's everyone else doing? I know, seems like, I don't know, I don't watch the news. I watch people that watch the news. So basically like Rumble and YouTube, you know, people that watch all the news, and then they'll talk about whatever. So that's kind of who I watch. So it seems like the conflict in Israel has kind of slowed down a little bit. I mean, it's still going, but it's not, you know, bombs dropping and people shooting and killing. As far as I know, like I said, I haven't really watched. I just don't trust the news. How sad is that? How sad is it that I can't even watch the news? Like, I don't watch nothing. No Fox, CNN, all the crap. That's pretty sad when you can't trust or believe what you see on the news. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. And then, I don't know, there was that video that looked so fake. They said it wasn't, but then there's a new video of somebody pretending bombs are dropping or something. And it's just like, everything has become clicks. Clickbait and getting the clicks. Getting the views. That's all everything is now in life. It's all about the views, the clicks. And, you know, same thing for this podcast. You know, I check and see how many views I get on Rumble. What's weird is, like, I'll post I started like posting my full episodes on both Rumble and YouTube, and then I would put shorts on YouTube, and I would do the same short clip, but they don't have shorts on Rumble. It's just, I would do an additional video that was a short clip on Rumble, and nobody on Rumble watches the short clips. They watch the actual whole video, and it's the opposite on YouTube. They don't watch the whole video, but they'll watch the short clips. So I quit uploading the entire video, my podcast, on YouTube, and I'm just doing shorts, little clips from the podcast, or other clips that I find that are funny. There was a clip that I found, I don't even remember now, but I screenshotted it, or basically took a clip of it, and it's a news broadcast from some local news channel. I don't know where, Kansas or something, and the woman's like, there was a 71-year-old man who was caught groping a 12-year-old girl in something, or a mall or whatever, and it puts up a picture of Biden but it's like talking about this some address. So it was a mistake, you know, and they took it down and everything. But it was just like perfect timing, and it was just so funny, it's so great. So I took a clip of that and I put it on my various whatever. I actually gotten a lot of views on YouTube, my shorts and stuff. So it's like the most viewed one that I've done. So, but it's kind of funny. Pretty funny. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, just go to my Facebook or YouTube, Rumble, or it's on there. You'll see it. But yeah. So as far as that kind of stuff's going, I don't know. There was something. What was it? There was something I saw that I was just like, man. Probably on Twitter. I hate getting on Twitter anymore. Like it's nothing. I mean, it's always been just the garbage people. And it's just people, it's just trolls just trying to like get people to comment on their stupid posts. And I don't know, it's just crazy. Oh, great. Now there's a mass shooting somewhere. This guy's a liberal though, I think. I think he's annoying. One man with a gun, 22 dead, 60 injured. The Lewiston, Maine mass shooting this evening is not the first, and it won't be the last, because sensible gun legislation is a topic that is taboo in politics. As the body bags pile up, can we at least try and figure out a way to slow these people down? Yeah, with a gun, dipshit. If anybody there was armed, concealed carry, there wouldn't have been that many dead. See, this is the kind of shit that, like, just stupid. I'm gonna post something right now while I'm talking. Figure a way to slow these people down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say something. You slow them down by what's the word I'm looking for? This is me every time I make a post. It takes me. I mean, like a lot of times it's just like the first thought that comes to mind. I just blah. And it seems like those are the ones that people get mad at the most. Okay, by responsible citizens. I don't even know how to spell citizens. I'm the worst speller. And it's like, it gets worse too. Because you just, right click, tell me how to spell it right. No, responsible citizens. Exercising their Second Amendment right. There we go. So let me know how this sounds. Send me an email or message me, okay? So I already read you what this guy posted. So I'm responding to, as the body bags pile up, can we at least try and figure out a way to slow these people down? So I said, you slow them down by responsible citizens exercising their Second Amendment right. I should post this episode on there, but it's not done yet because I'm recording it. Excuse me. I do that a lot. When I post something, then I'll attach my episode for my... I used to do that a lot. I think that's kind of how I got views on when I had my podcast before. It probably wasn't actually views. It was just people would click on it. Because it did kind of seem like it was just a link. It didn't show anything. That was one of the reasons I switched from Buzzsprout to, what's the other one called? Podbean, I think is what it's called. Anyway, I was trying a different platform, and it really kind of messed up the momentum I had going. Not that it was like I was killing it or anything. I was like, oh yeah, dude. But I mean, like I had a goal. I set a goal to get like 1,000 downloads in a month, and I was able to do that, you know, which is, I mean, not a big deal, but it's, I don't know. It's better than what I'm doing now. So my progression is really slow, but I think I lost a lot of people once I quit. They're like, oh, fuck this guy. He's not even doing it anymore. So you got to be reliable. You got to be consistent, you know. So hopefully this little gap I had, usually I do like an episode like every three at the most 4 days. But this was like almost 2 weeks, I think, between this one, when I post this today, and the last one that I did. But it's just because stuff going on, the kids. I'm going to have to edit this out because this is horrible. I'm like reading and there's these long pauses. Oh, I need to stop doing this. Okay. I'm like recording myself just interacting on Twitter. That's stupid. This is a horrible episode. I don't have nothing to talk about. I want to respond to that though, so I'm going to leave that. And one thing though, what's his face was erected as the new Speaker of the House, so that's good. Seems to be a good Christian. Supports. I mean, I don't like to say it, but he's like a MAGA. MAGA has become almost like a its own political party. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, they want to say, oh, it's the extreme far right. It's like, no, it's just not the corrupt. Not that there isn't, I don't know. The thing is like, dude, we've had just Republicans and Democrats forever. I think it's time to eradicate them and start some new ones. And if it's MAGA and then woke or whatever they want to pick, I don't know. But it's like, you have it on both sides. You got, I think, kind of like the middle ground, which is a Democrat, a standard Democrat, and a standard Republican. And then you got the far left, which is the woke side, trying to push all the different, transgender, LGBT agenda, and all this kind of crap. And then you got the right, the MAGAs that they want to get rid of the corruption. There are corrupt politicians and corrupt Republicans and corrupt everything. You know what I mean? That's why people like Trump and MAGA, because he's uncorruptible. That's why they're going after him the way he is. When he was in office, they're like, hey, you need to do this and that. And he's like, fuck you. I'm president. I'm going to do this. Oh, shit. Okay. We need to take care of this. That's why all this crap is going on. Because they are scared. The corrupt people that are rich from being in Congress, man, they need to be kicked out. They need term limits so bad. I can't believe they don't. Like, that's insane to me. Like, how do they not have term limits, That just doesn't make any sense. You got a president who comes in for 4 years to try and make something happen when you have all these dipshits in Congress. It's like, why even have a president? I don't know. Like, that just doesn't seem... It almost kind of seems like they should have a president, minimum is 8 years. And during that time, they elect like the House of Representatives. There's so many though. I mean, I guess that wouldn't work, but you get what I'm saying. It's just like, then you could honestly say or see which party is actually making a difference and which party is full of shit. You know what I mean? Because there's always, you got like when Obama was in, or even like Biden now, he's trying to do his shit, and you have the Republicans just fighting him every way, which they should, and then you have, so he can't really get too much done. I mean, they did get some stuff done, unfortunately. I mean, how many presidential, what do they call it? The first day he signed a bunch of presidential orders, and it was like the most ever. And it was the stupidest things. It's like they were just waiting for that. But see, that's the far left, that's the crazy left. The loony liberals. So you got liberals, no, you got Democrats, and then you got the loony liberals, and then you got Republicans and the majestic MAGAs. Oh, sorry, I still got the majestic MAGAs. The majestic. I know if my mom was listening to this, she'd be like, oh my God, you're stupid. My mom hates Trump. She just doesn't like him because of his attitude and everything, And it's like, I don't know, just like when people try, I don't know, like they try and say, oh, Trump raped this girl. And it's like, really? Dude, he is like one of the richest people there are so many hot-looking, gold-digging whores that will suck a dick for $1. I mean, that's, not $1, but you know what I mean? They're out there. You see them all the time, dude. So he has no need to rape anybody. And the whole thing with him talking about cupping the pussy, they don't go actually watch the actual video. For one thing, it's just two guys privately talking shit. I've said way worse things. And I've done way less. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and he's talking about like these women will let him cup their pussy. That's because the power that he had. He's not saying, I walk around and grab pussies. No, listen to what he says. They hear what they want to hear, and they I don't know. But it's just, the reasons that I think my mom doesn't like Trump, I get it. But you can't deny the fact that he was a much better president than the dipshit that's in office right now. I mean, look at what's going on. Everybody was crying like, oh my gosh, Trump is going to start World War III and blow up everybody. Dude, complete peace for 4 years. And then now look at the crap that's going on now. I mean, it's like I almost feel bad when Trump wins, because he's gonna. I almost feel bad that he's going to have to inherit all this crap that Biden did. So then he's going to spend his whole 4 years fixing all the shit that Biden ruined. And then by the end of it, they're going to be like, oh, what did Trump do? He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. Because he's fucking fixing Biden's mess. I used to like DeSantis. I was like, man, DeSantis, shut up and get out of the race, dude. Let Trump do this, and then you go fucking in the next election. I mean, you just got reelected for governor in Florida. Fucking do that. But no, he wants to get on this, and it's like now he's ruining his chances. I don't know. So I don't. If because Trump's gonna win, unless somebody assassinates him, which I would not be surprised if there's an attempt. But I lost my train of thought again. Oh, after Trump wins, because he's going to win, 4 years, I was like thinking, okay, and then Ron DeSantis would run, and then he could probably win, going off of the coattails of Trump. But it's like he didn't want to be like, he wanted to do his own thing and end up, I think, screwing him in the end. I don't know. You never know. I mean, he's still a good governor, so we'll see. But it's definitely not going to be the freaking Disney Looney Tune loving Christie or whatever. Donald Duck, he keeps ducking me. He's afraid of me. It's like, no, dude. No. Look at the polls. Look at the stats. He's not afraid of you. Okay. Anyway, that's it. My time is up. Thank you for listening, and I will see you later. You just put yourself through another episode of The Objective Jerk. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Please email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, comment, wherever you find this, follow. It all helps. But thanks again, and I'll see you next time.